This is Kenneth Wong, a Burmese writer, blogger, translator, and Burmese language instructor. Take a look at this headline about seasonal vegetable dishes that you'd rarely see in Yangon. The headline begins with Yangon Myoma Tuya Gere Yadibo Ayuato. Yangon Myoma Tuya Gere Yadibo Ayuato. This part, Tuya Ge means rarely see or hardly see. Now, how about this headline about celebrity wedding photos that were rarely seen? Kabajo de ye Minya Gere Mingalazang Tapomya. Kabajo de ye Minya Gere Mingalazang Tapomya. This part, Minya Ge, means rarely see, hardly see. They're both perfect examples of the auxiliary verb care, also pronounced ge. This allows you to say, I hardly ever ate chili, she seldom speaks Burmese, it rarely snows here, and so on, to talk about things that hardly ever happen, rarely happen, or seldom happens. This is the lesson for today. So here we go. Let's start with a very simple statement. Jano asa sare. Jano asa sare. I eat spicy food. By the way, jano, the pronoun, is for male speakers. I'm a boy, so I say jano. If you're a woman, you should say jama asa sare. Jama asa sare. Sate is the verb to be spicy. But asa, the noun form of it, means anything spicy. In other words, spicy dishes, edible things that are spicy. At any rate, this is a very simple statement. Jano asa sare. I eat spicy food. But let's make one simple change, one additional tweak. If you add the auxiliary verb care behind the main verb sare, to eat, and if you say instead jano asa sagere, jano asa sagere, that changes everything. It means I rarely eat spicy food. I seldom eat, I hardly ever eat spicy dishes. Let's try another example, shall we? Yangon ma nin jade. Yangon ma nin jade. Yangon ma, in Yangon, nin means snow. Jade is the verb to fall. So altogether, Yangon ma nin jade. It snowed in Yangon. Again, with one simple tweak, one simple change. If you say instead, Yangon ma nin ja gere. Yangon ma nin ja gere. That means in Yangon it rarely snows. It hardly ever snows. It seldom snows. Which is true, by the way. I lived there for 30 years and I never saw snow in Yangon. How about this? Thu nangan ja thware. Thu nangan ja thware. That means he or she goes overseas to a foreign country. Thu is a pronoun for he or she. Nangan means the other country, another country that is not yours, overseas, abroad. Thware, the verb, to go. Put it all together. Thu nangan thware. He or she goes abroad. But if you say instead, Thu nangan thwagere. Thu nangan thwagere. That means he or she rarely ever goes out of the country, rarely ever goes overseas. Here is a famous song called Thanakhar Chithu, or Thanakhar Lover, by the Burmese singer Zarni. Thanakhar, by the way, is the aromatic natural face paint Burmese women like to use on their faces, so this is an ode to such a beauty. Listen to this part. Did you catch the last line? Sega taka pyongge nine londe. Sega taka pyongge nine londe. 1 in 10 times only, so she hardly ever smiles. To break it down, sega taka is how you would say 1 in 10 times. Byongde is to smile. This is the main verb. Pyongere makes it seldom smile, hardly ever smile. Pyongge nain lunde, the actual phrase in the song. The whole phrase is with additional particles for emphasis, making it clear the girl's smiles are all too rare. There's a very slim chance you would ever spot her or catch her smiling. Dimenkele pyongere. Dimenkele pyongere means this girl rarely smiles. Well then, if the verb to cry is ngore, ngore, how do you think you might say this girl rarely ever cries? It's simple, right? You would say dimenkele ngogere. Dimenkele ngogere. This girl hardly ever cries. A note on the pronunciation of the auxiliary verb ke, also pronounced ge. This is a word that must be voiced with a high tone, with a raised voice. For example, I rarely drink sake is Jano sake thau kere. She rarely goes overseas is Thu Nanganja Thwa Gere. But if you pronounce the auxiliary verb ke as ke with a short, abrupt N, ke, then I'm afraid you're pronouncing it with the wrong tone. Jano sake thau kere. That's seldom drink sake. But if you say sake thau kere, that means I did drink sake. There is a difference between thau kere and thau kere. Nanganja thwa gere is seldom goes abroad. Nanganja thwa gere is indeed I went abroad, I went overseas. So Nanganja thwa gere seldom goes abroad. Nanganja thwa gere, indeed I went abroad. That's all for this lesson. Next semester in fall 2023, I will be teaching Introductory Burmese or Burmese 1A at UC Berkeley. So if you are enrolled there and would like to learn Burmese language systematically, I hope to see you in the class. For now, I'll leave you with Zarni's song, Thanakhar Chitu, Thanakhar Lover. See you later. Namaste.
Cho